Hey y'all, what's up? Bill here. You really can't probably see this because it's so white because I can't even see it in the monitor. Psst. Well, I've seen last couple weeks that they're was it like maybe weeks, maybe like a month or two, that they're was it rebooting, reimagine Chucky, and I know, okay, that they're want to I don't know strive off people's fear of AI. And to a point, I can understand that. Okay, that's just about fine, right? But I think people enjoyed watching Chucky because of the fact that there was actually a soul inside Chucky, so that kind of made him real. AI doesn't really make him all that much real because once you try and destroy Chucky, there's nothing inside, no blood and guts, I guess you want to call it. Is that alright to say? Blood and guts. That's what I enjoyed about watching Chucky. And I just want to get out of the way because I don't mind prequels. I reboots. I don't know. It depends how close to the story they really are. Reimagined, I don't really like all that much. And as we see in past history of reimagined movies, were they reimagined? Reboots? I don't know. We can see that they don't really work. Not really. I don't know. It's just sometimes they should not be made. And the only example, is it really an example, that I can think of offhand is Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, now don't get me wrong here. All right, I really like Early. I think it's the last name is. He's always been a really good actor, and I've seen movies when he was a lot younger, growing up watching him in them. And I'm not saying anything about the way he acts because to me, he is a pretty good actor, you know? But then he had to take that role. And I've seen it a couple times because maybe I figure that maybe it's just I'm being overcritical, you know? Maybe I should give the movie more of a chance. No. I think they put him on a leash, you know, and said, well, we don't want this like the original, of course, like they always say. We want it good, you know, and we think you're good for the role. And he probably is good for the role, you know. If they took too much out of the main character, and we all know that Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger no matter what. You know, I'm not, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not really. Even though I could spout and start yelling about how messed up that movie was, to me at least. You may have liked it, it's cool, okay? It's just, it wasn't. Oh, this is the only way I can put it, alright? We have the old fans, right? I'll call old money, alright? They want new fans with new money. All right. So, okay. Basically, this is the way it goes. All right. This is the way I see it. You may not be right. You may not like it. Oh well. Life goes on. But the way you have to look at it is the new money, I would say partially, let's say 50% of the new money actually comes from the old money. Because, another example, let's say I love, because I do, Night Living Dead. All right. Now, I couldn't even tell you how many times I've watched that movie. All right. How many times I may have made my kids watch that movie. All right. So let's say they watch it so many times that they know it by heart. And then let's say next month they come out with a new Night of the Living Dead. And my kid just, let's say my son looks and goes, yeah, I want to go see that because my dad loved this movie and I basically grew up watching it a million or so times. All right. So yeah, making him a fan of Night of the Living Dead would be considered a new money group. But the only thing is, let's say he's a lot younger. Let's say he's 14 or 15. And he's like, Dad, take me to go see this movie. It's like, what? Like, yeah, I want to go see Night Living Dead. I said, well, what is it? Is it a remake? Is it reimagined? What is it? He says, Night Living Dead. What does that matter? Let's go see it. It's like, fine, whatever. So, these are the audience they're trying to get in. Okay. And all these new fans people are trying to get in. Okay. Are basically, let's say, 14 to mid 20s. People just starting out in their new jobs and they have their own money. Okay. So the 20 something and up are basically new money. But still, they have grown up on what their parents have watched, you know? So more than likely they're going to have the opinion of their parent or whatever. Because if my daughter has done this with a movie I'm not going to mention, I said, do you want to watch this movie? She's like, sure. And then she's watched the first movie with me, and she's looking at the movie, looking at me going, what happened to the actors? I go, what do you mean what happened to the actors? Well, blah, etc., etc. I thought they changed them. And she just looked at me, like, but how many times have I seen this movie with you? Um, a whole bunch of times, probably growing up. And these are not your characters. No, they're not. They are trying something new. Excuse me. And then she's like, I don't want to watch this. I'm thinking, why not? We can just watch it. You might like it. I don't want to watch this. It's like, why don't you want to watch this? Because these aren't my characters. It's like, no, these aren't my characters. It's like, how many times have we watched this? These are not the people who are supposed to be in this movie. These are not my characters. It kind of makes you kind of proud in a way, because you don't really think your child is going to take up. They may not be interested in what you watch, Well, they still take in what you watch and they accept what the movie is like. So basically, they're not going to like it because these are not my dad's characters, because these are not the characters that I grew up with him watching. You know? So this is a problem with old money and new money, because the new money is coming from the old money. So when you take something and you change it, the new money is going to see this. And they're going to go right off the bat and say, no, no, it's not about the characters. Technically, it's about the characters they grew up with, because you raised them on these characters. Now, my kids have never seen Chucky, Child's Play, whatever. So they still ask me, it's like, is this right, or is this messed up? It's like, it's kind of it's no, it's messed up. But you've never seen the original movie, so you might like this because it plays on your fears of AI coming to life and stuff like that, and yada yada yada. Which is, it's gonna happen. You can't really sit back and say it's not gonna happen. It might happen 10 years, 20 years from now, but it's gonna happen. You know, it is so freaking predictable. It's predictable. You know it's gonna happen. Sooner or later, life happens. No matter what kind of life it is, it's gonna happen. You're sitting back thinking, "Oh, I'm full of shit," and it's nothing like that. It's gonna happen ever. But you really can't say that because you don't know for sure. Not even 100%. Not even 20%. You can't tell what's gonna happen 20 years from now. You can predict all you want. In my opinion, that will never happen. It could be 30 years. It could be 40 years from now. Okay? Everything evolves. They're trying to make computers smarter now, you know? What do you think is going to happen? They want this crap to happen. They want to make computers smarter. They want them to control airplanes and cars and everything out there. So we don't have to do anything anymore. We can just sit back, hop in whatever, look at whatever, and say, boom, guess what? So all these movies, it don't matter. God, this really isn't a horror rant, is it? Damn. Okay. The first movie, I shouldn't say the first movie. I can't think. I know the first movie I saw. I just can't think of the name of it. When I find out again, I'll have to show you. The first movie, God, I keep saying that. A movie that I watched when I was way too young, way, way too young, is The Exorcist. I was way too young. I mean, I was, oh, I can't even think how old I was. It was the kind of movie I shouldn't have watched when I was that age. I'm thinking, see, those didn't happen till, maybe I wasn't that young. Oh, crap. Maybe I wasn't that young when I first saw it. I know I definitely didn't see it in the theater. Um, I don't know. Medium ages of 13 and 15, probably. No, Okay, fine, whatever. I wasn't that young, but still, that movie had such an impact on me in my brain that I cannot watch it at all without, for one, it has to be the middle of the day. Okay. Two, all the lights gotta be on. Everything, single light around me has to be on. And the curtain's gotta be open. I mean, there's gotta be nothing in my area. Everything's gotta be on. Yeah, I know. It sounds stupid. But my brain reverts back to the age, whatever age it was that I saw it. I know, you'll probably all think it's stupid and all. But for some reason, that movie, it just scares the piss out of me. Back then, it scared the piss out of me. I watch it now, it scares the piss out of me. The only other movie I can ever think of that I really can't watch at night or in the middle of the day, I haven't seen it in so long. I think because of reason, because is The Shining. I could probably watch that during the night with the lights on, but I don't know why. But I think I was too young when I watched that, and it still scares the piss out of me. I don't know if it does still does, but back then when I watched it and I think about it, it's like my brain keeps saying, "No, we're not watching that. You may not remember how you felt, but I will make you remember when you watch it." It's like, no, no, that's okay. That's fine. So The Exorcist is basically the only one that I will never watch. Probably. It's been so long since I've watched that movie. I just the whole reverting back. No, 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 no. I guess this wasn't much of a rant. I guess it's me talking to you all and trying to paint this bust from the thing. You really can't see it. It still looks white on there. Oh well. I have to repaint it again. Yeah, I'm not that good of a painter. I have so many models that I haven't touched because I know I'm bad at painting. Yeah, I will see how this video turns out. Alright, I'll stop it here because you're probably, I don't know, not much of a rant. That's alright. I enjoy talking to you all, whoever watches this. Yeah. Alright, well, you take care, and I'm sorry it wasn't that much of a rant, and I shall talk to you all later.